What's up, Star Wars fans? How's it going? It's John. Welcome to my Star Wars Nut 77 show. This video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts about the new Solo movie, A Star Wars Story. Just recently hit movies, the theaters, of course, and this is the first Star Wars movie since Episode 8 that also hit theaters less than about 5 months ago. So it's kind of soon, and there's going to be some spoilers in this review, in this video. So if you haven't seen Solo yet, and you don't want to be spoiled, I encourage you, watch the movie, come back, and then watch my thoughts. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about some spoilers here in this video. I'm really curious what your guys' thoughts about this movie is as well, so please leave a comment below, share your thoughts. So I went into Solo, to be honest with you, with fairly low expectations. I didn't think it was going to be great. There was some turnover with some of the directors, and I wasn't really sure what to expect, and there was an issue with that. But I will say this, I was actually surprised on going, after watching it. It was better than I had expected. Certainly not my favorite Star Wars movie. In fact, I think Rogue One, out of the new 4 Disney movies, I think Rogue One still is my favorite. Probably rank this one probably third favorite. I'd probably go personal order. I'd go Rogue One, I'd go The Last Jedi, this one, and then Force Awakens fourth. I don't get into details why Force Awakens is my fourth list. I just think it was more kind of a copycat of the original story, more or less. But I did a review on my thoughts on that anyway, and this is more on Solo anyway. So, back to the Solo movie. I thought it was really cool how they introduced Solo and how he met Chewbacca. I thought that was kind of neat. I thought it was kind of cool how Solo got his name, Solo. I thought that was kind of cool too. I felt they answered a lot of our questions. Obviously, going into it, I figure the story was about him, doing basically meeting Chewbacca, running into Lando, and it was a prequel of the original series at the end of the day, and sure enough, that's what it was. Now, I was not expecting Darth Maul at the end, that's for sure, and that certainly was a shocker. Obviously, if you watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, or if you've watched Rebels, Darth Maul makes an appearance in both those. But it was the first time that Darth Maul has really appeared in any Star Wars canon movie outside of Episode 1. And for those who know me, you guys know that Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters, Star Wars characters, and he was kind of saving grace for Episode 1 for me anyway, because I think he was a really cool character, along with Qui-Gon Jinn. But the fact that Darth Maul is back, I found that to be very, very interesting, and I'm really curious on if they're probably going to do a continuation to this story as well. Some things I really care about in the movie, there weren't too many things I really care about. Some parts of the movie didn't really feel too Star Wars to me, to be honest with you. The way it was edited, the way the music was scored, and the character, I thought the actor who played Han Solo did okay. He doesn't really look like Harrison Ford, and that's okay. I kind of went into it, obviously knowing they didn't look like Harrison Ford, and it was hard to kind of recapture that magic of what Harrison Ford did for the Solo character, Han Solo character. But nonetheless, I thought he did a decent job. Chewbacca, of course, was cool. And this is the first movie that C-3PO and R2-D2 did not appear in anyway, so that's kind of interesting. But overall, I thought it was a decent movie. I do recommend. I'm going to definitely try to see it again here shortly. I think Disney is really pumping these Star Wars movies out back to back to back, and I think five-month window is really too short. I think people... I think they were kind of oversaturated with Star Wars, and certainly we're seeing that with the Marvel movies. I mean, we have how many this year? It's crazy how many Marvel movies are going. So Disney definitely likes to milk franchises. I'm worried that people are going to get oversaturated with Star Wars content. Now we have a year and a half until Episode 9, so hopefully by the time that comes out, people will be more excited for Star Wars. But of course, the diehard Star Wars fans will always see Star Wars movie opening day, like myself. There aren't many things that I didn't really care about the movie. I thought I don't remember the droid's name, Lando's co-pilot. I thought that was really cool. That particular, I think it was L3. I thought it was a really cool droid. I like how Disney kind of gives these droids humors. They did the same humor. They did the same thing with Rogue One, and they gave the droids humor in that as well. I thought they definitely make it more personal, and then I think that's one thing that Disney is doing right, for sure. I just kind of, I guess. Yeah, I can't really think of anything I didn't really care for about the movie, to be honest. So overall, that's my thoughts about Solo movie. I hope you guys share your thoughts below as well. I'm really curious to hear what your comments are. One thing I really like about the movie is just the promo poster. I got a really cool poster opening day. That was really cool. I like the design, I like how it looks really old school. I do like how Disney is doing that as well. But I'm just really curious on how Darth Darth Maul's really going to follow. I guess he's just Maul now at this point. He's not Darth anymore. But I'm curious how that's going to, how he's going to fall into play, and we'll see. Will we see kind of follow up to Solo? Disney just recently announced a new Boba Fett side story, which is going to come out, I guess, 2020. So every year we're going to get a new Star Wars movie. So exciting for Star Wars fans, and I guess for those casual fans, it might be a little bit too much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and of course, may the Force be with you.